Welcome everyone, it's Yvonne Davis, your traveling warrior astrologer, and I'm coming to you today from Leon, Nicaragua. So a few of my viewers had asked me why I was in the jungle and if I would talk a little bit about that, so I'll lay that out very briefly before we begin with our chart for today. Okay, so I was in Nosara, Costa Rica for a writer's retreat for a week, and then my mom flew into Costa Rica and we traveled for a week there, and then we crossed the border into Nicaragua, and we're in Granada for a week, and now we're in Leon. So right now we're just traveling to learn more about this part of the world, and for me, being in Leon is particularly special because back when I was a student studying political science and economics with minors in history and international studies, a friend gave me a book titled Nicaragua, What Difference Could a Revolution Make, by Joseph Collins. And it actually changed my life. That book literally changed my life. And it woke me up to a lot of the realities about imperialism, particularly the U.S. Imperialistic uh, goings on in the world, and about the Contras and the U.S. funding of the Contras, and I really felt devastated when I read that book. I felt so betrayed by the United States because I believe in the founding principles of our country about life, liberty, government for the people, by the people, and the Declaration of Independence, which says that a people can overthrow an oppressive government, which is exactly what the Sandinistas were doing in their revolution. They were overthrowing an oppressive dictator, Somoza. So yeah, that book really changed my life, and so it feels very special to me to be here. And today, my mom and I took a tour of the Museum of the Revolution, and a man named Marcelo, who was just a couple of years older than me, actually fought in the revolution. And he gave us a tour, and he told us the story, and it was heartbreaking. It brought tears to my eyes. And at the end, he gave us both a big hug, and I was just so touched. And it's amazing to me to bring these two lines of my life together. Um, I don't have words for it. It's just brings chills to my arms. Um, but right now, this picture in the background, I want to say something about it, which is that right now I'm in my private hostel room. I wish I could take you out onto the street, but there's so many variables that are so hard to control when I'm making a video that I needed to be able to control some of those variables. So, but I thought you would find this interesting because Lyon is a very bohemian city. They're leftist and they are artistic. And so we're going to go to an art gallery tomorrow and see some more of their artwork. This has to do with the revolution. Hopefully you can see some of the images. The date 1982. It sort of reflects the idea of Picasso's Guernica, their paintings about the revolution. So, so I hope that you find that interesting. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here, and I will try to keep you up to date on where I am and what I'm doing as I continue to make these videos. I also want to say really quickly that I can't keep up with the Friday videos right now because there are just so many variables to control in terms of our travel, the internet, you know, different things that have to be controlled in order to make a video. And there are just too many. Like, for example, I got sick and then my mom got sick. So we were really waylaid for about a week. It was back to back. So, but I will do my best still to make a video once a week if I can. And I just can't promise that it'll be on Friday, but whenever I do, I'll put it up, okay? All right, so what I want to bring to you today is a video about the alignments on November 24th and relate that to Trump. And I also wanted to relate, you know, where I am in Leon, Nicaragua, to what's happening in our country with the impeachment of Trump, because I think it's really important to always hold in our minds how we need to be willing to stand up to power, because there are people in this world who will take and take and take until there is nothing left, and you have to stand up to them. That's all there is to it. So our battle is not exactly like the revolution here, obviously, but if we don't stand up to Trump and the people like him, we could end up in that situation that they were in. So we got to fight it with all our might. All right, so let me go ahead and bring up the chart that I wanted to show you. I hope I brought up my, okay, let me pause this a moment. Okay, now I can bring up the chart. So let's do that. All right, so this is chart for November 24th, 2019. It's up for 6:30 a.m. Washington, D.C. time, which is actually Sunday, okay? So we got to think about the kinds of things that would happen on Sunday. Although, as I've talked many times, all alignments have a bell curve, but I think this one may happen fairly close to when it's exact, and I say that because of the moon is going to be part of this alignment. So the big one is Uranus, which is up here at the top. That's his 10th house of career and the public sphere. This is things that are shocking, unpredictable, chaotic. They turn things upside down. It's opposite Mars, and Mars is the warrior. Whenever I see Uranus and Mars either conjunct or in opposition, I know something violent is going to happen. Now we've got the moon conjunct Mars. That's like adding fuel to the fire and lighting a match. Okay, this is going to be tough. So just one second. Okay, I got to bring that chart up again one more time. So this is the big one, Uranus opposite Mars. Now, like I said, every time you have Uranus conjunct or Uranus-Mars conjunction or opposition, I always see violence. So with the moon conjunct Mars, again, that's like throwing fuel on the fire and lighting a match. So that's why I think it will happen, whatever's going to manifest with this will probably happen fairly close to the time it's exact, because of the moon coming in and striking that match, and the moon moves quickly. So I hope that makes sense. If you don't understand that, just feel free to ask questions in the comments below. The other thing to look at is Mercury, which has just gone direct on November 20th. Whenever a planet goes retrograde or direct, new information is revealed, and Mercury is the planet of information. So it's going direct on the 20th. That means more information being revealed. So, and these are in the same house, which is the 4th house, which for Donald Trump is the home, and you know that includes the White House. Okay, so then the next thing to look at is Pluto over here, which is power, conjunct the vertex, which is fate, in the 6th house of work. It's part of the rack of doom, which is this blue lines, which is very karmic, and then the red oppositions in the middle. That's called the rack of doom. And then Saturn is squaring Jupiter in his 3rd house of communication. And Saturn insists that you be grounded in reality. And Trump does not like to be grounded in reality. So that's square to his Jupiter is going to be harsh for him. All right, and then the last really interesting thing, alignment going on here, is the North Node, which is karmic, conjunct the vertex, which is also karmic because it rules fate, and it's right over his Mercury in his 12th house of things hidden. So Mercury is the way you think, communicate, the way you hear, how you receive and process information, and then how you put information out into the world. And it's all in the 12th house. It's also all your secrets, all your mental illness, all your delusion. And it's for him squaring Neptune, which is the ruler of the 12th house in his 3rd house of communications. So there's something very karmic going on here. I think we're going to see it pretty close to this timing. So keep your eyes open. Now, it is Sunday morning, so it's a little bit hard to say. Plus, Uranus is the planet of unpredictability. So, you know, who knows? All right, well, I'm going to bring that to a close. I hope this was helpful. I don't know if you can hear the bells in the background. It's pretty interesting. They go off every once in a while. So again, I will bring you, try to bring you a video at least once a week and fill you in on where I'm at and what I'm doing. All right, I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.